Hello everyone and welcome to the wonderful world of Moss and my new best friend Quill the mouse, who is just awesome. So I'm just going to talk through my experiences with the fabulous Moss. Moss is the world, Quill is a little mouse. Look, you've got, oh look, is it Ladybird? Oh. And it is absolutely delightful. I am absolutely brand new to VR. I've had my headset precisely a week. I picked it up on the 1st of March and I've played quite a bit of Moss. Actually, I'm probably about halfway through the game now. And you can chapter select, so I'm just going to show you some bits and pieces to give you an idea of what it is. So you are controlling little Moss here. You control her with the left stick, and there's actions with the face buttons. So X for jump. Oh, there we go. You've got square for attack, and X and square together gives you a little slide or an evade. Ooh, and this is me. Hello. This is the reader. So you're this disembodied being that is represented in the world by this glowing ball, which just allows you to do stuff like picking things up. I can move the grass around. I can give Moss a little bit of a stroke. There she is. Oh, bless. And later on, you will be solving puzzles. So you'll be controlling Moss at the same time as you are solving puzzles. So you work together in a kind of partnership. So after a while, this little lady here stops being your, an avatar that you're controlling and actually becomes, well, kind of a friend and a companion. It really is quite remarkable how quickly that you become attached to this little mouse. She is beautifully designed and she is interacting with you all the time. If you do something cool, she gives you a thumbs up. You know, all the time she's so beautifully animated that you believe who she is. Now, they are static scenes that you work through, and then you have to solve puzzles. Some of this stuff you'll have seen in the various demos that have been done. You get a trophy for hacking down grass. I'm just going to kill the grass, get myself a trophy. There we go, got a silver trophy for that. Very nice. So now I have to get myself up and beyond this area. These lovely bits. There's a wall just there. Just where that flower is, a wall. Don't want to hit that. So that's a physical wall that I could bang my head on if I'm not careful. So I'm controlling little Quill here, and then I'm just going to pull this block out. I'm going to skip to another chapter where I can show you some combat. And then, look, she gave me a thumbs up. Isn't that wicked? She comes over here. There we go. Up. Can we kill the flowers? You can't kill the flowers. You can only kill the grass. And I mean, just, it does not do it justice. You hear it all the time about VR, that people going, oh no, when you see it on a normal screen, it simply doesn't do the game justice. Well, it's so true. I'm a complete convert. It's amazing the sense of immersion you get from this. Right, so I've got to get myself over there. I'll go down here a little bit. There are collectibles in the game that you can do, and if she does run behind cover, you can see her nice and clearly. But I'm going to get her over here.
Night.
And if I get this,
was when danger was most
I'll pop that
present.
there. Narrator.
Who preferred the stories of the magical creatures that woke to protect the forest.
So that's your only voice, that's the narrator. And she tells the story. And you act it out. Oh, just some ivy just there, it's amazing. I'll try not to wiggle my head around too much, don't want people to get motion sickness. I'm fortunate, I've played quite a few games. There's so many free games for PlayStation VR at the moment, including ones that have been on the PlayStation Store, the PS Instant Game Collection. So over the last few months, just in case I ever got a VR headset, I've been saving things like Riggs and Starblood Arena and Rush of Blood. And I've got about 19 games, demos, free things, oh no, they shut me out, that I can play, and it's incredible. I'm fortunate I haven't suffered any motion sickness at all from any of it yet. I'm just going to go over here and break these boxes, because you've got to fill this little jar up with all the little confetti that comes out of it. There you go, go on Moss. And you know, I'm fortunate I am enjoying it. You know, there is a definite mix of quality in the games that are available, but Tumble is fun, Tethered is fun. Starblood Arena is a little bit head scratchy. Rush of Blood is very silly. Briggs is fun to play if you like kind of first person shooters. I'm not going to go up the top there. You go up the top there because there's a secret. There we go. And then I open the door for her. and in she comes. And this was a thing that at first really just took my breath away, is when little Quill comes down here into her village. There's a little mousy friend there. Hello, mousy friend. And I say, you cannot get a true impression of just how glorious this looks. You know, this is a 2D thing on a screen you're going to be watching. For me, it really pops out. It's colourful, it's vibrant. You can just look around stuff and see all the little nooks and crannies. And in a minute, you'll get a sense of how... she can't swim, by the way, so please don't jump her in the water. You get a sense of how the kind of cooperative elements of this works in a little puzzle at the moment. That's a couple of baby mices. Hello, baby mices. Yeah, hello, it's waving at me. Ah, little chap there having a fish. This guy, I don't know where he's off to. He's having a right old look. Hello, mate. Isn't he lovely? There we go. But I'm going to show you a little puzzle which requires me to interact with Quill and interact with the environment as well. Here we go. So, here's Quill. Quill needs to get over the bridge. Just here, there's my wall. I've just banged my hand on it. You've got to be a little bit careful. So, I want to get up there. And this is my way. So, what I want to do is actually reach into the environment. And that's what I wanted. It's gone too far now. So, when it comes around the next time, I can slow it down. It's this one. So, we want Quill to go in here. Slow it down. Come on, you. That's it. So I'm engaging with Quill and controlling her as well as manipulating the environment. So it's a bit like, you know, patting your head and rubbing your tummy at the same time. If you played Brothers, A Tale of Two, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, you get the same kind of thing. You are operating two people simultaneously, which is quite challenging. But it becomes intuitive very quickly. Just a sense of scale. Look up at that. Oh, so pretty. Here we go. Oh, she's balancing. Here we go. A bit more balancing there, Quill. And then, here we go. We need to get her over here. I've got to slow this up so she can walk across. Here we go. That one. Go on then, girl. Over you go. And square to interact. That goes down. We want to get her back across.
Will had saved priceless grains from the hourglass.
No fall damage for her, as far as I'm aware. So jump down as much as you like, and there we go. That is an example of how you can interact with the environment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip forward to a chapter where there's a little bit of combat, and you can see how you can also influence the combat. So we'll jump forward in the game a little bit and have a look at something else. So here we are, and we're going to have a little look at some combat with some of the very, very basic enemies at the beginning of the game. So you're going to be, I know, she was pointing at me going, I need to go down there. I know I need to go down there, Quill. There's a trophy for annoying her by doing nothing, but I'm not going to do that today. That would be very boring for you to watch. Before we get into the combat, story-wise, it's a very basic story. You know, bad guy has taken over kingdom. Good guys have hidden away. Quill has found a special power that means she can beat the bad guy. Now she's on a quest to save her uncle and to save the world. And that's pretty much it. But it's so engagingly told through these lovely kind of storybook elements that, you know, you are actually in the cutscenes between the main levels. You do have a book of the pages of which you turn. And again, the interaction that you have with Quill is absolutely beguiling because she does things like point and she moves so interestingly. And it's just charming and lovely to be involved with. If she gets injured, you heal her by picking her up with your thing. Hopefully I won't need it here. But there is a fair amount of combat in the game. These are the first and most basic enemies that you will get. And we will fight these guys, and I'll show you what you can do. So it is basic attacks with square, but I can hold on to it, and she can get in there. There we go. And before it hurt me, here we go. 2 at a time now. So you can use crowd control. Get out of the way, hold on to it, crowd control, brilliant. And it gets a lot more complicated later on as you get different types of enemy, one of which you can control. It shoots fireballs at you, but you can control it and actually get it to shoot fireballs at other things. Here we go, that is lovely. And one I've just come across which is called a ticker, which is a little bomb that you can control too. So there's the stairs that I've just wrapped up, and I am going to move it around. Going to kill some pots. Here we go, I've already killed those. Right, here we go. Up, 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 up. And hey, there we go. Awesome. So combat is basic, but is kind of, the level of it is heightened a little bit by the fact that you can physically interact with what's going on, as well as Quill, which means, again, it's that patting your head and rubbing your tummy thing, where you are keeping an eye on Quill and making sure she doesn't get hit, while also controlling other beings. Yeah, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. So, I'll show you this because you can then use monsters to control the environment as well. So we're going to go down here, and when let's see, she's going around here, just got to remember this bit, jumping up, here we go, shimmy along, look at her shimmying, isn't that lovely? And as with, you know, Uncharted, you'll find little white marks on areas that you can climb. Pull this out. Now the problem is, if I jump on this, oh dear, you know, I can't actually do anything with it. So we've got to get something to sit on it, and this is how we do it. I'll do this puzzle, and we'll wrap up. Here we go. So I'm going to go up here, bash through these sticks, and grab this lever. What that lever is going to do is to bring out this fella. So I'm going to go over here with Quill, ready to go, and I grab him, and I can lead him through the environment, and they're temporarily stunned if I grab them, pop him on there, let go, he's all stunned. Quill jumps, down we go. So you're also the problem solving, and some of the puzzles, as you get into the game, become quite brain-scratchingly complex. This one, which I will not do for you right now, is an example of which, where you're having to manipulate the different buttons, you're having to manipulate the different enemies. These little blocks are going up and down, you have to flip switches, and it is quite, and you know, with one part you're doing it with your, you know, with Quill actually interacting with stuff, the other bit you're manipulating things. It does actually become very, very complicated, which is great, but none of the puzzles are so complicated that you ultimately won't solve them. Yes, they are going to cause you to scratch your head and have to think, you know, in a very 3D space, but they're always ultimately intuitively solved, where you problem solve and you go, oh, try this, try that, and you'll get there. You know, you might get a bit of head scratching for a few minutes, but ultimately it kind of falls into place as you kind of assess and understand the environment. So it's such a powerful concept. Now, I'm brand new to VR, and I think I'm spoiled by the fact that one of the games that first games I've got is this one. This was released just the day before I bought my VR headset, and you know, for 24 quid, it is brilliant. And really, for me, look, hello, she wants to stroke me on the nose. Oh, you sweet little thing. I'll give her a little stroke. Come here. There you go, girl. Oh, there you go. Bless you. Absolutely gorgeous. It really does suck you into the environment far more than any of the other VR games I've played. So I've been impressed with quite a few of them. I haven't had a chance to play all. I certainly haven't played things like Resident Evil and games like that as yet. I wouldn't mind Farpoint at some point, but I might buy that at the end of next month. I'd like the actual aim controller probably before I did that. But this is a wonderful place to start. If this is what VR is going to be like, if this is what VR is capable of doing, and games of this standard and this engagement can be produced on a regular basis, I'm going to consider the investment in this headset absolutely worthwhile, because this is gaming at a very, I'll not say a different level, but it's certainly a very different environment and a different way of thinking, a different mindset of gaming. And if this is what VR is all about, then you can definitely count me in. So if you have liked this video, please give it a like. If you think other people might like it, give it a share. And there should be a little button popped up on the screen about now inviting you to subscribe to the channel, as well as some other videos you might want to have a look at. Thank you very much for... I know you're getting impatient. Calm down. I know you want to go over there. Shut up. Don't boss me around, little mouse. Don't boss me around, little mousey. She is bossy, but so beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and perhaps you'll join me for other videos another time. Thanks for watching. Have a fabulous gaming week, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye for now.